from the shit I seen yesterday and a little bit of this morning, we might have a new title fight in flyweight arising. But hey, it's your boy DHP, man. Y'all know the rest. And hey, we got some things to talk about. This is probably gonna be my shortest weekend recap, cause there ain't really too much going down. As y'all know, this not last night, but you know, Saturday evening was the last fight card of 2025. So that means we get to do some other shit with these videos. We're gonna do some recap on the year and shit like that. I don't think y'all can see it, but there's like a big ship right there too. And it's cold as shit outside, as y'all see snow on the ground. The fucking water in the back right there, that shit froze up. It's so damn cold out here. But anyway, there's some other MMA organizations that's still putting on fights in early January, so we definitely gonna get on top of that. Definitely gonna do more one championship content, as also recapping on UFC 2025 as a whole, and some other shit going back in UFC history and shit like that. So we gonna have some fun these next 5 to 6 weeks that there's no UFC events going on. But anyway, for this weekend, so this video was gonna be all about the flyweights. It's gonna be like a little casual chit chat, about like 10 to 15 minutes about the flyweights. But also I want to add in real quickly about Ilia Topuria. So we're gonna start off with that first, and then we're gonna talk about the flyweights. So, cause I'm only gonna spend like 5 or 6 minutes on this at max. So Ilia, we all know that Patty and Justin Gaethje has they're fighting for the interim lightweight strap. Ilia is stepping away. We all know that he was stepping away to deal with some personal shit. Well, he officially made an announcement this morning of why he's stepping away from fighting for right now. My first reaction, I was kind of like, because I know he hinted like he's only gonna stay in for MMA for so long that he wouldn't transfer to boxing, but also he got this personal shit going on. So I'm thinking like we may not even see Topuria fight, ever in the UFC octagon, because just the shit he want to do with boxing. Then we got his personal shit in the way. But y'all go on his Instagram page to find out what he actually said and what's going on. I don't want to, that I'm not TMZ, but I'm talking about it now on my channel because it pertains to what's going on with the actual, octagon business, as far as like who's fighting who now. So we all know that he made a statement this morning, and it's a serious thing that he got going on. So my first reaction was, like I said, I don't even think he's coming back, but I mean, the way he worded it, it seemed like he still wants to come back and fight. So I want to talk about this in a way where, is it a possibility that maybe Topuria just give up the lightweight strap anyway, and just, because if you really and the angle I'm going at is because of the shit that he want to get done. Like, he's not the type of nigga to, he almost reminds me of Conor. I know we made the comparisons about Conor, like with his tattoos and the way he calls a shot, shit like that. But Conor was never the nigga to defend his belt, right? Now Topuria obviously got more title defenses. I wouldn't say more. He just got one, just one title defense, but he still defended the title, right? But Conor was never the type of nigga just to like defend and clear out a division. He wanted to go up, beat everybody to get the title, then get the title, and just move on to the next thing. Topuria kind of like the same way, but it has to be like, it has to be something that he's chasing. Like, honestly, I don't think he has a desire to go up to welterweight. It's just that he wants this Islam fight so damn bad. Islam took his ball. I mean, for the right or wrong reasons, Islam still took his ball and went up to welterweight, which, I do fuck with that as well. But now with Islam going up, there's a carrot that's dangling for Topuria. So, and Topuria reminds me of a Connor where he low-key don't even want to, it seems like he don't want to clear out a division. He just want to dominate, get that, and just move on to the next thing. So I was thinking maybe with everything that's going on with him, I think I would not be surprised if Patty and Justin Gaethje ends up becoming a fight for the actual lightweight belt. And then depending on, I seen what Dana White said about Armin, they might give Armin the next shot. If not, he's getting a title eliminator shot. Possibly whoever wins between Max and Charlie Olives, because Max and Charlie Olives is for like March. So I just wanted to quickly speak on that, because it, depending on how serious and ugly Topuria's situation can get, I can definitely see it's like the John Jones situation, or any situation that we've seen in MMA in general, where you have the interim title, or the interim title holder becomes undisputed because, you know, the undisputed champ, you know, either retires or he's like super hurt, you know what I mean? So we may see a situation where Patty or Justin Gaethje ends up becoming like the undisputed lightweight champion. But then also Topuria spoke about, and mind y'all, this is just a possibility. I'm not guaranteeing or putting in concrete that Topuria is going to leave, but this is just a possibility depending on how serious and ugly his situation get. But then Topuria spoke about, he spoke on that they got secret plans for Justin. If Justin Gaethje wins or beats Patty, then they got secret plans for Justin Gaethje. So it's kind of like, I don't know what the fuck UFC wants to do, but it's kind of like a wait and see. But I'm just throwing my opinions out there on, and I know I said it 2 times already, but depending on how serious and ugly Topuria's personal matter get, you know, why wouldn't Gaethje or Patty Pimblett become undisputed, right? But I just want to speak on that. Not too much. I think I spent and I'm 7 minutes into the video, so it's right around time. Now we go on to like current and active news with flyweight. So that's gonna be the title of the thumbnail picture. Manel Kape called out Joshua Van. Joshua Van accepted the call out. And Joshua Van wants to fight Manel Kape in Houston. Now, what I really want to get to for like 5 to 10 minutes, did Manel Kape actually, you know, still a title shot away from Tatsuro Taira? Like, did he really like skipped Tatsuro? Like, that's the question we should be asking, because Joshua Van, and we all know how the UFC is nowadays, especially if the challenger calls out the champ and the champ like fuck with it, accept it, then they pretty much gonna go with it, you know. And I've seen Islam, and Islam was talking about like the treatment of Armin Sayukin, talking about he's frustrated with, you know, the match, Dana White, and how the matchmaking is going nowadays. I'ma just leave that alone, because Islam, it's the right message, the wrong messenger, because Islam got some favorable matchups thrown his way too. I mean, Islam is still one of the GOATs, this generation GOAT, and a beast. But let's be honest, Islam matchmaking, he has some favorable matchmaking fights, so he's not inclined to even speak on that. But anyway, what he said, and then I look at, you know, others, I'm like, yeah, because realistically, it goes back to what we've been saying like over and over, like this whole year for like, and I think Armin just said this like a couple weeks ago. Was it Armin or Aljo? It was one of the two. UFC, it really is come down to the popularity. It really do come down to popularity and a little bit of recency bias. Now, I've said this on the review. It's hard for me. You can give Manel Kape like the title shot, but, and I'm putting my biasness out of it because I am a Tatsuro Taira fan, but it's hard for me to sit here and say, you know, you should give Manel Kape. I mean, Tatsuro Taira shouldn't be next. But if you really look at it underneath the surface, Tatsuro Taira and Manel Kape is low key in the same boat. But I do think Manel Kape, the only way you can say you can give it to Manel Kape over Tatsuro Taira is that Manel Kape has a more of a win streak than Tatsuro Taira. Because I think Tatsuro is like on a 2-fight win streak. And Manel, he's like what, on a 3 or 4, something like that. So Manel, he might be at 6. I want to say 6. I gotta go check his record, but you know, you can say that Manel is more deserving of a title shot than Tatsuro Taira. So, but at the same time, it's like I need to see the rankings. I think I will have. I might say this now, but then when I go look at the rankings, and I'm gonna do the end of the year rankings probably like Thursday or Friday. I'm gonna say this now, but then I might have a change of opinion as soon as I look at the rankings. Because realistically, y'all know how my philosophy is. You gotta go on the rankings, right? And I do feel like Tatsuro Taira is probably ranked above Manel Kape. I mean, well, he already was, I believe. But even with him beating Brandon Moreno, he should still be above Manel Kape, even though Manel Kape beat Brandon Moreno. But to be quite honest, I would personally like to see Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira. But I wouldn't be mad if they go with Manel Kape and Joshua Van. But you can't really go wrong with either or. You can't go wrong with either or. That's why I'm asking y'all, the Manel Kape, because really, before, and I was saying it all through this week and shit like that, I'm like, it don't even matter who wins between Manel and Brandon Royval. I really think they're gonna book Tatsuro and Joshua Van. But I mean, we seen it happen before, where we're thinking this one week and then the next week something crazy happened, and then it just changes everything up, and then they go with the more recency bias type fight, you know. And then I mentioned on the review with Horiguchi fighting Amir Balzi. Now, could we do Tatsuro Taira and Joshua Van and then have Manel Kape face the winner of Amir Balzi and Horiguchi? Because to be quite honest, Horiguchi, they fast tracking him back to where he was when he left the UFC, when he, you know, he was on the up and coming, and then he fought DJ, and you know, his first run in the UFC, they fast tracking him to get back to that spot. And you can already tell by the matchmaking. I can already tell. It's kind of like what they did with Alex Pereira. Even though Alex Pereira wasn't, you know, this was his first UFC run. Horiguchi, especially for Horiguchi, not only was he in the UFC, so niggas like me who've been watching, y'all know on my channel, I've been watching since 2007, 2008. So I've seen Horiguchi first run. And then you got another fan base, Horiguchi, when he left the UFC and fought for other promotions. So Horiguchi, as far as like MMA as a sport as a whole, MMA, I say MMA, Horiguchi is a household name. So I already know they speed running him to get back to where he was, you know, when he was fighting DJ and then he left the UFC. So it is a possibility that they might run with, and you can go either or. It's a possibility they could go Joshua Van, Tatsuro Taira, and then Amir Balzi and Horiguchi, the winner of that, face Manel Kape. It's a possibility. especially if Horiguchi win. I do feel like if Horiguchi win, I do feel like Horiguchi is probably going to get it. Then, but you also got Brandon Moreno. He's fuck. I just put it on my story too. He's in a quick turn. Oh, Asu Balve. So Brandon Moreno and Asu Balve, they're slated for a February matchup. So, hey, you know what? It's kind of like lightweight and welterweight, flyweight. We started to get a lot of good fight bookings in flyweight to further progress the division. And it's low key. I want to say this. I want to say this before I end the video. Now I think about it now. I still think Pantoja, when Pantoja comes back, he's getting an automatic shot. He's getting an automatic shot anyway. But Pantoja is low-key endangered of being in the position where Shavkat is at. Because we go back, look at the whole welterweight situation. Shavkat was hands down the number one. All of us, well, I can't speak for most people, but the people in my community, my own little subscriber base community in my other platform, we all had Shavkat winning the title, whether it was against Belal, JDM, but in the UFC rank, in the UFC and the rankings, he was hands down clear cut. I say clear cut. I can't get my words together. Excuse me. Clear cut number one contender. There was no discussion of somebody overtaking Shavkat's spot. Now, with Shavkat in this injury and in his personal situation with his wife getting to the accident, he's taking extreme amounts of time off, more so for the injury. Like, I feel like, and I don't want to speak on his personal situation, but I feel like mentally, yeah, it would have taken some time to get over that. But what really kept him down was the injury, because his injury, especially after the Ian Gary fight, that fight made his injury even worse, to the point where they was talking about maybe he's gonna have to call it quits. But Pantoja, back to Pantoja, he's low-key in danger of becoming Shavkat in the position where he was at, just because we getting all these flyweight bookings like February, March, and he's gonna be out. We probably won't even see Pantoja till like the summertime. My honest opinion, and it is not like a huge injury, but it is something where it is gonna take some time for him to recover. And he had that in December. So you give it like 4 to 5 months, and then you wait to see what's happening with the division, and then you go into let's say a 7 to 9 week training camp. So it's gonna be about the summertime. We probably won't see Pantoja until like the summertime. I'm gonna say at the latest, maybe to like International Fight Week. International Fight Week, we'll probably see Pantoja back. But in the meantime, flyweight is going to keep progressing, and I fuck with the fights that we got being booked. But I can see either or, to be quite honest. Or I can see, if they do accept Joshua Van's request, they go Joshua Van and Manel Kape, and then let's say have Tatsuro Taira fight the winner. You know what? Either or could be a very extreme possibility, just because I do feel like Horiguchi is low-key the X factor, because I do think they speed running him back to his old position. So in that other possibility, Joshua Van, Manel Kape, and then the winner of Amir Balzi and Horiguchi fight Tatsuro Taira. That's how I feel. And Brandon Moreno and Asu Balve, that's also an X factor too, because I think the first fight, I think the first domino fight of this whole paradox is Brandon and Asu Balve, because I think that February 7th Horiguchi and Amir Balls is like later in February. I believe it's around my birthday week. It's either my birthday week or the following week. So the first domino is actually Brandon and Asua Balve, because I think they're February 7th. But yeah, man, that's what I want to talk about in this video. I probably made this video longer than what it should be, but hey, my favorite weight class, flyweight, is booming, y'all. It's booming. We got a lot of possibilities to think about, and I might even lead into it a little further when I do the rankings video, because I definitely want to, once I see the rankings, and then I'll probably have a change of opinion on like the matchups. But for right now, where we sit, this is how I'm thinking. So we gonna see. Obviously, y'all know the next event ain't till like late January, but we're gonna see how everything play out. Just because the UFC, we like, for the first time in like, since I've been watching the UFC, we have like a true legit off season. We should best believe we still gonna have a lot of shit that's gonna come out. There's gonna be a lot of shit that's gonna come out within fight news, and you know, cause even now there's still, you know, there's still fight negotiations going on. Cause like, real quick before I get out, like Sean Brady, he's thinking about going to lightweight. So we got Sean Brady news. Then I don't know how true this is, but I seen it floating around with like 3 other media sources. But T-City is actually finally, I've been saying it for months and months on my other platform, like, T-City needs to go to lightweight. He needs to go up to lightweight. His time at featherweight is done. So, and I've seen it float around with 3 media sources. I'm gonna look into it a little further now that I'm thinking about it. But T-City apparently is about to fight Renato Moicano at lightweight. So even though we down for like 5 to 6 weeks, we got like a quote unquote off season, there's still a lot of shit to be talking about, because there's fight negotiations and fights that need to be made and shit like that that's gonna come out within like this week or even January. So but yeah, man, until my next video, which more than likely gonna be, so what's today, Monday? So maybe like Wednesday or Thursday. I'm a put out another video, and it might be the rankings video, it might be something else, but regardless, I got shit planned for everybody. So yeah, until my next video, holla at y'all niggas later, man.